So, good morning. Oh, hi Andrea. I'm just getting set up. It's Thursday and it's past 11 o'clock already. The time I got caught up, I had a delivery guy come to the door with some parcels, so that held me up there, but at least they're here now. Actually long awaited, so hope you're well. If you're here, come in and say hello. So today I am going to be stamping with Hey Girlfriend, because I just learned this, I think, from some of my American friends, that although it's Valentine's Day on Sunday the 14th, apparently the day before Valentine's Day is Galentine's Day, when we celebrate our girlfriends. So, all our girls. So I thought, well, I have this Hey Girlfriend stamp set. I've just inked it up just a minute ago and I'll show you what I did. I put it last night, I put it onto the cling stickers. I haven't inked it up, I'm not even sure where I'm going to go with it. I just like it. So I'm thinking we'll just cut up some card and stamp with it. I've got an idea to do some masking and maybe some paper piecing. We'll just see where it goes. Hi Renee. Hi Steph. How are you this morning, Steph? Are you feeling any better? Been thinking about you. I think about all my girlfriends, those I've met and those I've never met. Still think about you all. I wish you all well. Right, so I have the new basic white. So I've got the thick one, which is great for card bases, and the new thinner basic white, which is fabulous for stamping on. So let's take ourselves a couple of sheets of this out now. I'm aware that I'm needing to change the blade on my trimmer. Hi Hilary. It's the usual, winging it again today. Had all these great ideas to plan, and I didn't. I came to my desk last night to plan this morning and ended up doing something completely different. But that's me and that's how I roll. So, well, I'm just going to cut it basically in quarter just now, and then we'll trim it to size when we know what we're doing with it. But it is Cuppa and cards today, so individual cards will make. Maybe get two done, but who knows. The measurement at the moment is not really vital because I will trim them down. Let's see, it doesn't quite want to cut through 4 layers, but it cut through 3, no problem. And I think it would cut through 4 layers of that if I had a new blade in it. But I've not, so hey. Well, I've got it out. Why don't I make some card bases? I've got coloured card bases, but I'll just make a couple of white ones. Yeah, your body will be working hell for leather today. So who's got sunshine? It was pretty cold here overnight, but not as cold as some of my friends. I think we had sort of maybe up to -7 in this area, but I hear my friend Pam, I don't know if you're watching, up Creefway, had -18. That's cold. In the UK we measure our temperature in Celsius, so if you want to know what that is in Fahrenheit, you'd have to go and use a converter, I think. Right. The conversion is slightly complicated, but if you Google it, you'll get a converter. Right, so as I say, I'm not quite sure. But also on my desk, I do have the Flowering Cactus medley. I've got the papers, I've got the stamps, and I've got the dies. But what I thought the papers were rather nice. Quite tasteful, because I'm thinking a summer dress, and that would be pretty. Or a back, you know, for backgrounds. The other papers I've got around me are the Oh So Ombre. Where is it? I did have it around me. Do you know that? I say things and then I I turn my head and it's gone. So I kind of was thinking that this also ombre, which is free in Celebration, and you have up till the end of February to benefit from Celebration. Right, so I want a blue, I'm thinking blue sky. Blue skies in the background. So what I did was I stamped onto some post-it notes. I have some, I've got them here to show you, but where have they gone? They've disappeared. Right, I have a pack of plain white A6 size kind of sticky notes. It's a sticky note pad. So I stamped right the girl right on the edge. So I've chosen this girl for this kind of to do the masking technique, because I'll stamp her and then I'll put the mask over and we'll make a background for her. So that will be on another card. This one we'll use that on another card, but let's just, oh Janice, get comfy. You got your coffee? I've got coffee in a normal cup here. Alright, so I'm back order just now. Well, I've got a couple of packs. If any of my customers are really wanting it, I can help them out. Okay, so what I did was stamp on there, and I was fussy cutting it out, so I'll just finish that off and then we'll go. Sometimes it's the prep, you know, like building a house, you lay the foundations first, so sometimes making a card is the same. And I'm sure most of the other ladies who do lives on Facebook have all this prepared. But let's be honest, that's why you watch me, to kind of have a wee giggle at my disorganisation. So if that is what you're on for today, I promise not to disappoint. Guaranteed. I've just had 3 parcels delivered as well, and I had 2 just before the snow came, so there was a bit of a hold up with deliveries. I think UPS have worked night and day to try and overcome it, and certainly for me they've been, you know, they've come good. And although some of my parcels weren't pretty on the outside, they have been fine inside. So I consider myself lucky and blessed, I suppose, that we're still able to get deliveries of our crafting supplies. And coming in from Germany, because a lot of, I have another company, I don't eat sugar, I eat very low carb food, and there's a company in Germany that do low carb bread mixes, which I've been buying from a few months, and they just got in touch and they had to cancel my order. They just said their systems are not capable of coping with the new Brexit. They're working on it, but the new Brexit conditions for import and export, they're just a small business, they've only started, so to be fair to them. Right, I'm just cutting out that wee space in her arm there, so I'm just using the point of my scissors, and the good thing is these snips are still sharp at the point. And to be honest, you know, it's not only that they've had to deal with all the issues regarding Brexit and the hold up, and they're working hard to catch up. Now, I don't know about England, but in Scotland here, central Scotland, they're faced with several inches of snow to negotiate. So the deliveries I was getting today, I wouldn't have been upset if I hadn't got them, because to be fair, their health and safety is important too. Right, so there I've made 2 masks. I'm just picking this girl to do this one because she just looked easier to cut out. so I'll just, that's why. But there's nice sentiments here, you know, always be yourself, you're a tough act to follow, I love my besties, your kindness touches my heart, you can count on me, and hey girlfriend. You know, hey girlfriend, you can count on me. That's a nice, and there's a wee cat and a wee dog here, and a balloon. So you've got loads to play with. We've got party girl here. I don't know, is she? Oh, she's maybe going shopping. And this one's got a summer dress on. So I'm envisaging a bit summer scenery here. And I'm blethering. So hey, that's just right. So we're actually going to stamp. Does that please you? I might build up a scene here. Our cars are not moving in the street I live in because I'm at the top of a hill, and I believe that the main roads are probably okay, but where I am is not okay. So anyway, I'm just going to plonk her here, and I know I don't look anything like her, but I'm using her to remember my wee holiday in Arizona last year. This time last year I was still in Arizona. What's the date today? So yeah, I was in Sedona and then we headed to Phoenix for the last couple of days. So right, so I have stamped her, and now I'm going to pop a mask on top of her. Basically, whoops, just try and line it up inside the lines if you can't, just as accurate as you can be. I will colour her later, but for now I'm just going to build up a bit of a scene. So I'm going to, we need to kind of make a horizon and behind her. So I'm kind of thinking some hills. So I wonder bringing, well, we've got Snowfront, which we've got Mountaineer as well actually. I'll bring in Mountaineer. The other thing I did forget to do, we want some sunshine in this, so let's get a circle punch. Where's my small? Right, wait, our 1.5 inch circle punch is our smallest, so get that, and I'll just pull off a couple of these. Just, in fact, no, I've got normal ones here, the smaller ones, haven't I? So they're always in my drawer until I need them. Hi Julian, you come in, you come rails. Hello Veronica. Hi Anne Harrod. Oh, hello from Austria. I don't think we've met, Veronica. How lovely. In you come. Are you a crafty person? Oh, you can use Stampin' Up products in Austria too. So I've got myself some circles out of post-it or sticky note. I'm going to pop a sunshine, and this will colour that up later, but for the moment we'll just mask out because I want that to be like a stronger colour. And then we'll get the mountains in. I'll get there, don't worry folks, we'll get there. Just want some mountains in this, just for background, and I need a different block, and I've laid my blocks somewhere. Do you know where they are? Here they are, right beside me. So just getting, it will happen folks, it will happen. Just talk amongst yourself. The fire's on, so get cosy. Have you all got a cuppa? So what colours are we going to bring in here? I am having a wee think here, because this is a colour, it's a bit of my nemesis really, but and we need some nice blue for our sky. So what blues have we got out? We'll have a play with Seaside Spray, possibly Misty Moonlight, and some yellow or orange in there. Go for some yellow or orange. Mango Melody. Let's see what happens. Now I'm going to do the mountains in Cajun Crease because I'm thinking about Arizona, Sedona and the Red Rocks. So it's not quite Red Rocks, but it, you know. So I'm just going to pop them kind of across there. This might go horribly wrong, and as I usually tell the folks on YouTube, if it goes wrong I'll just delete it and deny all knowledge. Hee hee. Right, so we'll lift that off. It's not gone right in, but it's fine because we can deal with that later. Right, where's my chamois? I'm just pop that in there just now, and then I'm going to get some blending brushes out, and we need some ones that use blue. Actually, there's my Miss Seaside Spray blue one. Kind of just guessed right here. There's one for the mango. Let's just go and see what happens. We're just going to try and make a bit of a sky, and then we'll deal with the rest in a minute, because I don't know what I'm doing. Do you know what I'm doing? Because I don't. Sky. I would have put, I don't think I've got any masks left in here. I did have a mountain mask, but I've not got it. So we'll just kind of take our time getting at the mountains. I'm not going to waste your time anymore. Yeah, I need a refill for Seaside Spray, and if I don't get that soon I'll just buy a new pad, to be honest, because I do rather like it. So I'm just coming in with my blending brushes and bringing in some blue sky here. Be careful when you get to your mask. I'm just using Seaside Spray because I'm kind of wanting the lighter colour down here. So it's about, this is one of my favourite things to do with my stamps, is just build a picture. It's nice to have a wee person in your picture. Close the cider, okay. This one, it's Cajun Crease. I worked what you're saying. Oh, how lovely. So do you watch my YouTube videos as well, Veronica? Because if you do, you need to say hello as well when you come on them. Right, and then I'm going to bring in some Misty Moonlight. I don't know if you learn anything from me today. I'm making it up as I go along, but I'm enjoying. I do a wee bit of scrapbooking, so I'm a beginner scrapbooker as well. But within Stampin' Up there are some fairly experienced scrapbookers. So I'm just bringing this down now because I'm getting bold now. So she's got a sky, and then I'm going to bring some yellow in this sky. And just take this off because it gives you that nice sharp line of your sun. And then I'm just going to bring in my yellow and bring some real brightness into the sky, and look, it's just all texture. If you want it smooth, you take the worst of the ink off. If you're Janice, you just go in there. So we've got the sky spreading its yellow everywhere. Look at my hands. So this is kind of a desert area, so we've got this ridiculously bright sky. Shut these, and now we want some kind of sandy colour in the, so I am just going to sponge in some We'll start with crumb cake anyway. Sahara sand I think is just a bit light. Now I need a blending brush that hasn't been used for too much. So actually when you said cinnamon cider there, actually thinking that would maybe blend in a bit as well here. We'll use this first. That's me, go with the flow, make it up as you go along. So I've taken the Cajun craze and we're just to put some colour, take the white off the foreground. I'm just going in here. I mean, you can take this off and then get a nice smooth. I like the texture of my mistakes. See, when you get these swirly bits because you haven't taken it, I just think it gives it all texture and depth. But you're entitled to think differently. And just a bit more to even it up. So I've got some cacti cut out of the paper, so I'm going to add that in. There is no colour cord. Well, the thing is with Stampin' Up colours, they are pretty coordinate. So I'm just going to pop a bit of colour over the mountains and then I'm going to pick up the cinnamon cider. I'm going to bring some more blue in here as well in a minute, but I'm just going to, we'll maybe do that at the end just. Right, I will, because the cinnamon cider is a bit darker but it's lighter than the Cajun craze, so I'm just popping it in here. Definitely want it in this bit because I don't want a big white halo at the side of my lady. But just be careful that I'm not putting that underneath. Right, there's enough colour there to make it believable. We really could do with the meerkats now, couldn't we? Hey Randy, in you come, my dear. Right, goodness me, we've got loads of colours, but I'm still thinking I want a bit brighter here. So where is my wee dark? I thought I brought it over. I have a brush that oh here it is, look, that I use for Night of Navy, and it's probably got loads in it, but I'm just thinking the sky just needs a bit more of a blue feel to it, and I'm just bringing that. Pacific Point might have been the better blue, but I'm using what I've got here. Right. So I'm ready to reveal. I've got filthy hands now, that's great. So what I was thinking, I'm going to colour her in, but I have all these lying around. So I was thinking that, you know, she's on holiday in Arizona, so she could be standing among the cacti. What do you think? Maybe that one there. One there. I don't know. I'm just thinking. My imagination is just taking this on. Yeah, early morning for Randy. I know. I'm just remembering my holly flumps. So that, yeah, so we'll take the mask off and we'll get some. I was thinking of using my blends to colour her in. You could leave her like that. There is, do you know what I mean? It is quite arty to leave her just white, like that. White girl on the loose. I'm not quite sure at the moment. We'll play. Right, let me just move these out my way because I've no room. There's no room at the inn. So what do you think? Does she need coloured? Will we colour her in? Oh, Randy. Yeah, so Randy's getting up early and Julie's staying up late. And I don't know if I'm going to be disappointed you here. Oh my. I think maybe, what are the stamps? Where's the stamp set of this? I don't know whether it'd be better to stamp them. No, we'll see, we'll go. Right, do we colour her in? So, are we doing her with watercolours or blends? Got my watercolour pencils here. Oh, I've just knocked my camera, that's great. We've got Wink of Stella about as well, yeah. So, we'll just have a bit of a play. We'll add Wink of Stella, I think, or when we put the watercolour on. Let me see if I can find. Obviously she's been on holiday and she'll have a bit of a tan, so I'm looking for my colours are all I don't know, we'll pop a wee bit. Early espresso's going to be some tan, but I'm just adding a little, so we'll see. I'm not adding much. And then we'll take our blender pen. Which is dirty with green, so that's not the best start, is it? She's now got green legs. Work off the last colour you used onto your grid paper, but she's fine. She's recovered. So this blender pen just blends out your, just be cautious not to use too much as I did there, so just blends out your watercolour, just gently take it over. And then I could add just a tiny wee bit of pink here, just on her wee cheeks, and then just blend it out a bit. You don't want to add too much when you're just using the normal white basic, because it will start to pill a wee bit. Just careful. And just a tiny wee bit of here, so she's got a nice tan. There you go. Or that could be her natural skin colour, who knows. Right, so let's brighten her up. What have we got? A bit of flirty. So we'll have a flirty dress. Flirty flamingo. And I think we'll maybe use Wink of Stella to see if that will pull this out. She's colour coordinated. There's so many colours in this picture you wouldn't believe. And then we'll just do our headband, of course, to match. Should have a Melon Mambo in here. No, I don't know. Not used my watercolour pencils for so long, and that was just on a whim today. And I don't know what colour of hair will we give her. I have what we got here, crushed curry, and You still got -6 there. I don't want to add Cajun craze in, do I? Right, let's see if we've got a wee wink that'll work. It should work with your... Remember to clean off the colour you were using last. However, the colour I was using last here was Rococo Rose. So see, you can pull out the colour from your watercolour pencils with your Wink of Stella as well as the blender pen. So that's 2 wee ideas there for you. Is she cool? I admire my own work. It's just, they say self-praise is no praise, but I don't agree with that. I say self-praise is everything. Okay, so we need a wee colour for her belt. What have we got? Oh, we've got daffodil yellow here for her belt. Why not? There she is, sparkly girl. Now for her hair, so we think we might have, we'll just kind of put bits in here, so a bit darker around the headband because it'll be causing shadow somewhere, and then we'll just add some, she's going to have kind of colourful hair, sun streaked, and some daffodil yellow in there. And when I use the Wink of Stella, it will just blend it all and maybe put a little bit of some brown in as well. Just kind of got highlights, sun highlights, and then just make sure your Wink of Stella's been cleaned off. Are you all warm enough here by the fire? Don't spend too much time blending it, because what you're not wanting to do is mix all these lovely colours together. You just want to spread them out and smooth it, and then they'll all show up. Isn't she pretty? Who's coming? Oh, hi Karen. It's alright. It's a disorganised one as usual. I'm making it up as I go along. I'm winging it Annie here. So we've got a sparkly girl on holiday here. So do you think, will we just pop a bit of, I wonder if I should stamp a bit of cacti in here as well. Let's have a go. Give it a bit of background, and then we'll put the die cut ones to the front. I ask you a question, then I make the decision myself. But Facebook has such a lag. So is there anyone I've not said hello to? I need a bit of green for my cacti. I was just bringing Old Olive because that one's using Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. I don't want to have too many. Bring Mossy Meadow down in case we need it. I don't know what 28 degrees Fahrenheit means. I think that's less than 0 anyway. Because I think 32 degrees Fahrenheit is our 0. So I'm just going to pop some cacti around so that they'll kind of be in the distance. Behind, compared to these ones anyway. We do have the tall ones, the ones I call the cowboy cacti, but you guys all know they're different. But this one is quite colourful. Yeah, it tells the story, doesn't it? Right, so let's trim this down to fit on a card. So it's a photo from her holiday, I think. I'll need to go in with my brush again. So I want to take this to, do you know what, I think I want to take it further down. I'm going to take it to 8.7. It does, and then that's what I was thinking, because it's a bit off. If I take that to 8.7, nearly 14, so I need to take this to 12. So I'm going to take a bit off here, and actually got to take a bit off the top because I don't really like my blotchy bit there. Take this to 12. That's better. I think I quite like the sun just peeking. That's better to me. Yeah. So what did I get? 8.7 by 12. So where is... I cut layers. Where have I put them? Here they are. I'm actually going to make this with a white border, so I'm going to cut that down now. So 8.7 will be 9.1 that way. And Harrod, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. And 12.4 that way might work if I've got it right. Yay! So then we want to put this onto a coloured card then. So where's my bag of coloured cards? Right, I don't know what colour I'm going to put this on. As my nod to the red rocks of Sedona, I'm thinking I do want to use Cajun Craze. So I'm going to get a piece of Cajun Craze from behind me, I think. It's going to... Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I don't seem to have any. Well, that's odd. Should be amongst my regals, shouldn't it? Ah. Oh, here it is. I think. Yeah, here it is. Got it. Yeah, I don't think you'd like it here in the UK or in the USA at all just now. Well, some parts of the USA I've no doubt are warm, but... Right, so to make 2 card bases from this, and if with time I've got an idea for a simpler, cleaner card, but do you know, it's nice to play. We'll add these at the end. Might use some dimensional. I quite like her. She certainly reminded me of my holiday, and then, do you know, that's good. Hopefully she'll work for somebody else. Nope, I do have a new one on my desk, but this one is pretty full. Right, come on, play the game. It didn't even matter if I started it before I started filming, it's still going to clog up whenever I start. And I did have a pin to solve that, and now it's not there. So do you know what? I'm going to open the new one because life is too short. Where's the one Ladonia gave me? It's hiding. No, we'll just open this one. This one just arrived, so I'll open this one. You've still got it there, Hillary. Okay. Right, this time, look at this. Is it going to... Yay, glue. I thought maybe it had been cold on its journey. I've just opened this, the package, and took the glue out. Okay, so we're just giving it a wee white border to raise it up on the card base, the dark coloured card base. You think your snow's going to be there till July? Look. So it's coming good in the end. I don't know about you, but I was kind of wondering for a wee while if it was going to be worth having this card. I'm liking her. I know, Andrea. One day it'll blow up in my face. Alright, some dimensionals for our these. Now I'm aware that I don't have a sentiment yet, so I'm wondering, probably should have stuck these on before I wondering if I could put my sentiment on there. I think I will. I'll stamp on there. Where's the stamp set? Now I've got that many stamp sets out now. Where's my girls? Because I brought things out to think about. I might use some and then I didn't. Hey girlfriend. I don't know, I'm just going to put hey girlfriend. Yeah. Just now. If I've got a message, I'll pop it inside. So I'm just going to stamp on here, but in this situation I will use the black so that it will show up. Let's hope it works. It's alright, it'll do. I might have to make a separate sentiment and put it over the top, but I don't think so, we'll just go with it. Right, so we'll use some dimensionals, pop these guys on. Give the card a bit of depth. So she's hiding amongst the cacti. I've seemed to be okay here, Shirley. Am I stuck? Is that internet problem? I'm not getting any messages here. Are we okay? Has it started moving again? No? in here for sure. That's... I'm just keep going just now because I've checked everything. Right, so I'm going to go out and come in again on my laptop. I know, so did I, Julie, but I just thought just keep going. I'm not... Right, yeah. Seems to be okay now. Yeah, don't know what that was about. I don't live far from Shirley, so it was funny that she said it was buffering and my laptop started buffering too. That's a bit odd. Must have been a local situation. I'll trim that in a minute, and then it's like Ruth says, trust. You have to trust the process. But I was yeah, I was struggling a wee bit with it in my own head. Wee flower there. Right, so there's that one. Whew. I exhaust myself. Right, where is my dimensionals case so I can put these away? Let's make a tidy up. And what about a bit of paper piecing? I'm going to put the dimensionals where they go, and there's a chance then that they'll be there when I need them. So what about a card? Using some designer series paper. And we just stamp her, and then we'll just cut a rectangle. Whew, right, who knows where she is then? I've lost her. I've lost the oh yeah, it's in here, is it? No, that's the mountains. Oh dear me. Here she is. Right, so I'm thinking I'm going to have a rectangle here, and we're going to do this with some designer series paper. Yeah, it's fun. I've just taken it out today. I've not played with it before, and I've lost I want my other, this block, my other rectangle block. That's what we're after. We'll just stick with this one because I know her dress will be easy to cut out. So again, we'll stamp her, well not stamp her there because I've popped the dirty stamp there, so we'll just pop her here. You could die cut out some of your shapes. You could use your layered ovals, your rectangles, even your Stitch So Sweetly dies and things to make a base for her. Oh, she's cool. But then I kind of think I want to just continue using this paper. So I'm thinking, I'm still thinking about my wee holiday. So I'm wondering whether she would like a dress in that lovely, and she could blend in then. And I use mint macaron, and how's about that? So what I need to do, I've stamped her on there, so I need to stamp her on the designer series paper so that I can cut her dress out. So I'm not going to stamp all of her, I'm just going to stamp her dress, and obviously I have to stamp her head, but so if I stamp that there, and you can see the outline of her dress. These lovely scissor charms. Our friend Trisha Smithy Creates, Trisha, she sent me this gorgeous one when I got my Silver Elite, so it's just gorgeous. So my scissor charms now weigh more than my scissors do. Right, so oops, I've just chopped her head off. Very unkind of me, but never mind. So basically just cutting her dress off. Out. So just cut the neckline out there. I'm actually struggling to see my lines. I maybe should have stamped a bit heavier. Anyway, I'm sure this will work out. Cut her arms off. So just cutting the dress out, that's all. Yeah, it is this problem to choose what you're going to have. I kind of thought this would be handy for making birthday cards for nieces and, you know, younger people, younger girls obviously. So there you see. So I'm just going to be sticking that on there. So I'll just probably just continue with my fingers are a bit grotty. I'm just going to trim her down and get all the layers together, and then we'll just finish it off with the colouring. Do you know what? Because, oh, I nearly put her dress in the bin. Whoa. I want a card base, which is, where's my card bases? I need somebody to just hand me things as I need them. So let's see if I've got one of the colours already in a card base. What's the chances? That's garden green, I'm not using that. What's the chances of me having a mossy meadow one here? Or a mint no, I think the mint macaron's too light for the card base. Mossy meadow. I'm just going to have to use one of these for the layer though. So this time I'm going to cut her, being careful not to lose her dress, don't worry about me. Right, we'll use just some bits. We've got one card base and we'll use this bit. So this time we're just going to cut her on a rectangle. Ooh, maybe if I can do this. So 5, that's a good measurement. And then that one's 10.5 that way. So this is a bit squashed, so we'll just use this up. So 5 point. That's not going to work, is it? Oh yeah, it is, because I'm going to use designer series paper. My brain's 5.4 by 10.9. Should work. Now you could go for exactly the same designer series paper on your card base here. Take care, Julie, sleep well. So if I can do that, and she's going to go, whoops, on there with a wee mint macaron. That works, doesn't it? Because the mint macaron's in there and it's accentuating the wee prickles on your cactus, so we will go with it. So that this one then needs to be 10.1. We're going to be running late, but we did start late, so by hook or by crook we will end up with 2 cards. And we've used different techniques Right. So let's make up this and then we can faff about after that. So the designer series paper is going on the card base. Make sure if you've got directional paper, make sure your card is in the orientation you want. There we go. Turn it over. Masks out the way. I'll use that again. So I'm thinking, well, I think I should stick a dress on before I lose it. So you see, that side would actually be okay as well, a summer dress with a cacti pictures on it. But I like this one because it's a very fine print. Be careful not to have too much glue because then it's harder to colour her. So again, I think we'll just use the watercolour pencils because we've got them out. So we'll make it a similar girl. And we've got our wink of Stella here as well. So again, just a quick colour up. Where are the pencils? Oh, I'm sure I had. I thought this had Melon Mambo as well. Yep. I was thinking we could brighten up our totally just want this flower to be a bit more colourful. That's it. We'll stick with the flirty for our headband, and then we'll stick with the early espresso, I think, to give her that sun-kissed tan. Again, not putting too much colour in there, just we'll make her sparkle this time though. So a wee bit colour on her face. And then we'll make sure, I sometimes use my rag and just, so there, just take your wink of Stella. We'll do these colours first and then we'll do everything individually because the colours will just blend, and then clean that pink off. You going back to sleep, Randy, as well? Good on you. I know Anne Harrod is. So Wink of Stella does blend your watercolours very nicely. It's got a sparkly face as well. Our tan's a wee bit streaky, but hey, that's okay. There she is, and then we'll just give her some lovely sun-kissed hair. Again, just adding the colour in. We'll bring in the crushed curry again as well, because just added colour in, and then I'm just going to take the Wink of Stella. Obviously, if you're not filming, you can, you know, take your time. It gives a kind of watercolour effect, this, with obviously watercolour pencils. You could do this with your, you could do it with water as well. In that situation, you'd be better using the watercolour paper. So then we're just going to pop her onto here. Whoops. That's a bit messy. Now, I'm just thinking for sentiment, we've got, what's in the Cactus one? It had some nice sentiment as well. Excuse me one moment, my door's knocking. Nobody here. Oh, there is. Peter, you get the door, thanks. I thought there was nobody in. Right, that's good. I love how our friendship has grown. I wonder what would fit on there. You're a rare friend, my dear friend. So as you see, I'm using a sweet and a stamp set that mix and match pretty well. I can just use the colour. I don't know where my black is. I can look for it, but I've got Mossy Meadow here, and Mossy Meadow's one of the colours, so I think I'm the rare find, not of my friends. I'm the rare one. They're all pretty normal-ish. You're a rare friend. Find, my dear friend. I can't get my mouth around that today. Alright, and then some dimensionals. I hope you're all chatting amongst yourself. I've kind of just had to start concentrating. Okay, take care, Shirley. Right, so whoops. Just going to pop her kind of roughly in the middle-ish there, and bring in I'm going to bring in these felt flowers that are in the Flowering Cactus medley, seeing as we've got the cactus theme going on here. What I can't, they're not very easy to see, but yeah, there's some wee. Actually, look, one of the little flowers. See, the things when you start to look at what you've got, and again, you might have some, you know, different to what I've got, so use what you have. Look at that, I found my glue dots immediately. And now I've got two take your pick tools, because remember I had lost one and then I found it after I'd ordered the new one. So look, how cool is that? And then we've got this big one here, which can go up here. Oh no, don't tear my paper. That was my own fault there for messing about with it. See if I can get another one. Obviously that's where the flower has to go there. There you go. Right, let's tidy up. Oh no, I have made one terrible mess here. However, I think I've pulled it off again, as they say. It's just nice to play and just craft, and you know, somehow it all comes together. So hey girlfriend, hi Elaine, when I'm just finishing, I should have been finished at 12. What do you think? So I've teamed up the Flowering Cactus medley with Hey Girlfriend, and we've done scene building, we've done masking, we've done colouring, there's die cuts here, there's paper piecing, and using up our embellishments. So I need to lie down after all that, but you know what, that really does remind me of my holiday last year. And you know, I was so blessed to be able to have a holiday before the first lockdown came in, and it's going to be a long time till we can have a holiday again. It was a wonderful time we had there, and I would go back. Oh look, I've not coloured her shoes in. Do you think she's really got white shoes on? Probably not. Let's see. She's going to have some flirty shoes because they kind of go. And then just... So just got a clean bit of grid paper and I'm messing it up already. There you go. That's her finished off now. Enough's enough. So sparkly girls. Yay. So thank you everybody. I've had fun. I do hope you've enjoyed watching. And this will be going up to YouTube later. So thank you very, very much for sticking with it. And I think I'll be using this set again. I'm very pleased with it. So yeah. Thanks everybody. Enjoy your night's sleep. This is totally ski whiff, isn't it? Your night's sleep, your afternoon of crafting, your morning, whatever stage of the day you are. Thanks very much everybody, and thanks for your patience with me. I'm going to go in a minute when this lets me. Yay, Karen, we do need to have a wee chat soon.